Hello folks, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joel Duggan and we are hanging out here on the Citadel server. We are in West Hill and last time we were working on this marsh and we're going to pick up where we left off. We need to drain this down into the river and take care of some more landscaping over in that direction. So that's what we are going to do. Inventory is still full of all the stuff we were working with last time, so it should be pretty easy to pick up where we left off. Bit of a late start today, tech difficulties. Streaming software just not doing what it's supposed to do. Hark, a TARDIS. I was just joking around about that on the Spawn Chunks special Discord stream this morning. So I think what we're going to do... Oh, now you can see it. Now you can see the banners on it. I think what we're going to do is I'm going to finish this bank. I'm going to plant a couple more trees, I think, just to kind of have them be dotted on the landscape there. And maybe we'll pepper some bushes and things. And then I'm going to do the bridge. And I think we'll probably take some inspiration from the East Bridge over there, which is this one. So we'll take a look at that. I need some, I've got some saplings. I think I want those to be big. They were pretty easy to do. True Purple, good to see you. Thanks for the lurk. Cosmic Blast Jordan, SweetSandi, all hanging out. And 7 minutes ago, Obu resubbed at tier 1, 22 months. My goodness, coming up on a full 2 years, Obu, that's amazing. Thank you so much for the support. Oh, we may have to go fix the shovel before I do too much. All right, so I'm thinking I want a tree probably right there. And then another one up there, if that's going to stay. No, we'll probably get rid of this a little bit here. Yep. So tree right there, and then probably right about there. So we'll start with that one. It was somewhere around here. I think this is what happened last time. And I'm just going to let these grow naturally to see what's up. And then the other one... This is kind of a fun way to plant trees where you want them to be. Line yourself up. I guess the other one might look a little bit too spaced out if it's over there, so maybe we'll put it a little bit closer. Do one right here. And I think right there is where it's going to go. So the slab helps it, or forces it to become a big oak tree as opposed to a small one. Wouldn't mind something like that. That would be kind of cool. And we might tweak them as we need. But this is looking pretty cool. I quite like the way that this is turned out. So next is going to be more bone meal. I don't need the flowers. And make sure I've got those. Yeah, I think we'll just pop along here. And I guess I'm going to need more ferns. I really should just make like a fern farm or something. That should be something you can automate, right? No, you can't because you have to be there to harvest it. Like you can't, it has to be, well, I guess if you had dispensers with shears, it would work. Of course, that is pretty fast. I really like the way it gets a bit less lush as it gets closer to the bridge. Thanks. Yeah, that's on purpose. I'm glad that you picked up on that. Yeah, that's the idea, is that it's as the water runs a little bit faster, it starts to get a little bit less overgrown. And then this, of course, will be a lot more flowing and stuff. I think I'm going to still bring some of the mud and the roots and stuff down here, because I feel like, you know, whatever the seeds are that are in there would kind of populate the edges. So it'll end up looking really cool. The silly part is, of course, you're not going to be able to really see this. I think the only spot that you can see this from really is this bridge. Yeah, so you can see it a little bit, but not clearly, and you certainly can't see it from along here. Yeah, like you'll get the edge of it, the end of it, but you won't be able to see the full river. I mean, you can technically from here, but like you're not standing here, you're not going to be looking over there. Like that's not what the player's going to be doing, I don't think. Anyway. So what we'll do is just this combination of grass. I'm going to need more grass too. Do I have more? I do. I think we're still going to need more than 46, but that's fine. So the way I normally do this is just spam the stuff around and then just make sure you're mixing in a fern every once in a while. Well, crap. Whoops. That's not the right thing. Are we at grass already? We're at grass already. All right, let's just fly somewhere and get some grass. And since we have to do that, might as well look at this bridge and see what blocks we've got. So it's mostly just stone bricks, so that's easy. And then it's andesite and then stone slabs across the top. That should be pretty easy to emulate. I might be able to try something with stairs instead. We'll see if I can do something a little bit flatter with the other bridge. I really should just start making like grass farms and stuff. That might be worth it with the other swamp being so big. It might be worth setting up like an observer or something with some bone meal and some shears. That should be good for now. Have to do something along here too. Could build it into a small greenhouse. You mean here? No, I just mean like a temporary thing for myself, just like a little farm for me to grab stuff. Yeah, just like a, you know, like those, you load it up with bone meal and you hit like an observer clock and it just kind of spams the bone meal. And just gets you like 20 stacks of grass in like a minute and a half. Like just something like that is all I really think I need. So doing what I just did now also works because it gets us like 3 stacks of grass pretty quickly too. So you can see how that fills in the hillside pretty well. So I find it's less confusing if you do it in the right sort of stages. You just kind of go with the one high stuff at first. I think previously I had a higher ratio of ferns to grass. I think it was like 50-50, but I'm trying to be a little bit more sparing with the ferns this time around. Except for when I do that. I try not to do every block when it starts to get wide like this. It's easy when it's just one block deep. Maybe start to space it out a little bit. Drift Dweeb, welcome back. Good to see you. Yeah, see, like, that didn't take very long, and it really does a decent job of covering up the edge. And we haven't even hit it with the bone meal yet. So I think that'll work out well. I think what I'm going to do there is put in some moss and some azalea bushes. And that'll help maybe frame this tree a little bit too. So here, Go with like... Whoops. I find it's difficult sometimes when you start laying in the moss. It's hard to not put it on every block. Trying to make it a little bit more spaced out. No, that's kind of uniform, isn't it? Oh, I had some. I was like, where did they go? Could have sworn I had some. Let's see. We'll back up and see if that softened out the edge of that texture. Yeah, a little bit. We've still got the dirt sides up there, but that's actually a lot farther back than you think. So that's just a matter of hitting this with some bone meal, I think. Are these the shears? Oh, these are the shears I do not want to break. These are the shears I do not want to break. Imagine passing that bridge and seeing mosquitoes swarm in the hot weather. That would be really neat if they had that kind of ambience in Minecraft. I know mods sometimes add things like patches of flies and stuff like that. But like, if they added mosquitoes in Minecraft, if you look at things like the silverfish and the bee, the idea of a mosquito in Minecraft is cartoonishly large and also terrifying. Like, no thanks. Imagine if they were aggressive, you know, like they actually came at you and tried to, you know, tried to kill you. Right. Do I have another pair? I do have another pair of shears for now. Okay. Yeah, they get a little bit heavy on the top. Thin that out a little bit. The only problem with doing that, of course, is that it's very obvious where you stop. So you got to be careful. From that point, I might just throw down some bone meal and see what we can do. But now that we've got the whole thing laid out, there's a spot along here where I stopped hitting everything with bone meal. So now we can kind of come through here and just like almost every block we can just hit and make it tall. And it's not that many when you think about not doing it on the bottom and not doing it on the top. Or not doing it on every block on the bottom. Some of them looks good. Generally anything like in a crack or crevice like that. I usually want to hit all of the ferns just because they look so much cooler when they're full. Unless they're right on the water's edge. Usually a good idea to do this one layer at a time as well. Go horizontal rather than vertical. I'm not sure how far I want to go. I think one thing we might be able to do is gradually decrease the height as we go. Or at least the density. Pig, you're in the way. You mentioned trimming chunks off the Citadel server before. What did you use for that? Asks GrandpaCrafter. I use MCA selector. Yes. Yep. It's painstaking, but it does a good job. You just have to be very careful with it. The good thing is like you can save it and then test it out in like a single player, you know, creative world. And just kind of see what it looks like. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I'm going to want to add some azalea. I want to say like right there. I'm glad this is not like farmland. And I'm not crushing and destroying stuff by jumping down into here. Yeah, I feel like this is probably going to be better off. Make a little bush. I do find it really annoying that you can't pick block grass, too tall grass. You have to find a regular sized piece of grass. So that'll break things up a little bit. Might be a little bit skinny, but we'll see. Yeah, like it's subtle. Could be a little bit thicker maybe. I think I'll make it a little bit wider at the bottom. We'll just expand it by a block here. Might even be fun to waterlog some stuff here. It's a logistics nightmare of walking around in there. Like, you either luck out and you hit every block, or you have the exact opposite, bad luck, and just end up plopping into every last little puddle. So the only thing I want to change is a couple of these grass or block faces here. Just stick out a little bit too much for me. Alistair said you had to use MCA selector the other day. Yeah, MCA selector is used by quite a lot of people. Actually, GrandpaCrafter, if you're still looking, if you Google search Pixel Riff's MCA selector, you will find a tutorial. I don't know how old the tutorial is, so the version of MCA selector might be outdated, but the method is still very much the same. I don't think it changed a heck of a lot. I did not do the time-based tricks that Pixel Riffs used in his tutorial, though. I went through manually. Because I'm so intimately familiar with the server, I went through and did it on my own. So you can see how much of a difference just changing a couple of those dirt blocks makes. Once you get into here, it doesn't really matter so much, but like the ones that were right here closest to us, they make the most difference. And I've not done anything down here because, of course, the bridge is probably going to change, and it's a waste of time to do all the landscaping in here until the bridge is done. So I think that's pretty good. I think I might want to put another little bit of a bush right there. I think we're on like level 3 something. Trying to keep my eye on where I want to put it. Right here. Don't know if that's going to be big enough. Nope, that's just enough. That's just what I wanted. Just gonna break it up just a little bit. And you can still see it when you walk by. Yep, that's good. I'm trying to reserve and restrict myself from going completely bananas and just like ended up like I don't want to landscape like this whole area. I think I'll just pepper in a little bit of grass here with some bone meal. It'll probably be good. Oh, I don't have a lot of bone meal. Yeah, the tall ferns and grass, they do work really well together. That's an old trick. I did it way back at the entrance as well. I imagine some of those mobs in there have got items they're probably holding. Maybe worth it to fill that area in. Really not thinking too hard about this stuff. I do try to make them go in like little lines sometimes. I think that looks like it kind of goes from dense to not dense. The tree certainly helps. We'll have to see what happens with those trees in the distance. Hopefully I won't forget about those slabs. Yeah, it's a little bit boring over here, so we might have to add, you know, a bush or something. It might be worth it to do something like this right here, where it seems like there's a lot of dirt exposed. And amount of moss. That's right, we just use grass, I guess. Oops. So it's just like 4 or 5 blocks to help break things up and make it feel a little bit better. I feel like I might even bring that out here a little bit. Nope, that does not look good. Sometimes you run the risk of making it look too good and then the rest of the area looks a little bit bland because of it. All right, before we sleep, I'm going to take a short break to walk and repair some stuff. So we're going to go and put some of this stuff away before I sleep and give us daylight so that we have the most walk in daylight we can. Don't think I need to do anything other than bring some stuff to Cosmic. That has to come with us. If I'm going down that way, Alistair, since you're in the chat, do you need anything dropped off? I don't exactly know what I have to offer, but if there's something that you need, and if I happen to have it, I can drop it by. That should be good. I don't remember if there's anything that I need. I'll bring this. And I guess I'll bring that just in case I need to bring back something. We're not particularly low on anything. I think we should be fine. Mangrove wood. Spare would be nice. Still need to find where the mangrove area is. Yeah, I can do that. Absolutely. We do have that over here. Oh, obviously there's still a spawning space in the graveyard. Skeleton on fire. We're good there. Good along here. I already got deep slate from Cosmic. Nice. Okay. My mangrove is in here. Yeah, no problem. It's fun to have more people active on the server again now. Ignore all of the broken data pack tables and chairs. I have yet to fix that. Mangrove should be here. Nope, this one. Do you want logs? Probably logs. Give you a little bit of everything. Really all I can spare. I thought I had a lot more than that. Do you need cherry wood, Alistair? I have more of that. Bam Bam MC 27 gifted a sub, and that went out to Sorrow or Suffering. Sorrow, make sure you connect your Discord and your Twitch account so you can join us in the Discord. And Bam Bam, thank you ever so much for that gift sub. That's very thoughtful. Not in need of cherry wood yet, but I'm sure I'll find use at some point. Sure, okay, well, I'll bring you a stack of cherry wood then. And a stack of leaves. Actually, I can just set you up to be very successful. Cool. Whoops, I just completely tabbed out of Minecraft. Road trip. That means shaders. Yeah, there's a lot of little things I gotta fix around here. There's been some tables and chairs that have turned into zombified piglins, and I've got to take a really close look at that new tables and chairs data pack and see what I can and can't do. If you're going to Alistair's, just leave anything for me there. I can pick it up there. Saves you having to do another trip. Okay, yeah, sure. I mean, I like your area, Cosmic. I can drop things off, but... when you arrive through my portal, there'll be some chests on either side. Just pop them in there whichever has room. Yeah, sure. Thanks, Alistair. Not a problem. I was chatting with Ryan Murphy, host or co-host of the Gamers In podcast and Dungeons and Diapers and stuff before the stream today. He pops on the Citadel Cafe podcast with me from time to time, and we work together on different projects. And I was asking him about potentially upgrading the PC. As I've been watching more people play Satisfactory and more people doing cool stuff in Minecraft, I think I might want to invest in upgrading my PC and going with like a PC builder. When I was talking with, I think it was Minipax in Discord, they also suggested instead of going with just building my own or just buying a new graphics card, it might be better to eliminate all possibilities of error and just pay the little bit of extra money and get like a pre-built kit. And Canada Computers actually has some decent PCs for the price. I think this horse is still here. Pretty sure that's the same black horse that we saw last time. Here's another area. This is the first time I used that double fern technique. I didn't finish it. It was kind of like a proof of concept, but it worked out quite well along the bank here. I think this was pre-azalea bushes, maybe. This is obviously still very torch spammy. Actually, this might be pre-lighting update. We might be okay with just the lights on the outside. I'm not really sure. SweetSandi used 100 bits. Mod power. Thanks very much, SweetSandi, for the 100 bits. And tip of the hat to Cosmic for being awesome. Appreciate the mod support, as always. If you need a lift to pop into Canada Computers to see anything in person, let me know. Oh, thanks. Yeah, Ryan mentioned that they had like a local spot. That's another thing that's good to know. Like I could actually talk to somebody, which would be cool. I'm just going straight to Alistair's first, I guess. Because that should line up by the time I drop things off at Alistair's and then go get things repaired. I should be able to take my break, and that way we won't have to sit here and listen to piglins die. This always looks really fun with the shaders on. Alistair, did you see the cool stuff that was happening with signs from oh, I can't remember who the user was, but somebody has a cyberpunk build on this on the Spawn Chunks Discord. And they did some really cool stuff with custom characters and neon signs. Is this where I'm supposed to be, Alistair? I'll put them by the crafting table. Alright. Cosmix is on the left. Alistair is on the right. So Alistair is currently working on the redstone for his Stargate builds. That looks really cool. I like that. So we're not in Avalon, we're kind of under it somewhere. So watch, there's a bit of shout out in stream there in chat. It's Alistair McFly, Alastair for anybody listening later on YouTube. Go follow them. I don't think we have the website anymore that links to everybody, but if nothing else, you can always hit me on Twitter and I can send you a link. Yeah, no problem, folks. Don't mind at all. Coming down this way, it's with the Nether hub, it's really not that far. So it's easy that way. We were just talking about Nether hubs and Nether hallways and tunnels on the Spawn Chunks Hangout today too. And we were talking about we've been 6 years on the server, and just moments outside of our Nether hub, we have these terrible walkways. Oh, that's problematic. Glad you don't headbutt those when you fly into them. That would have been a bad situation. It's not so much of a panic if you fly straight over it. I never thought, Alistair, I should have given you some mangrove propagules. I should have thought ahead. I didn't think about those. They're weird shape, so I didn't think about it. I can show you on the map where the mangrove swamp is, though. I should be able to find that on the map. Looking forward to revamping this with the crafter. That's going to be a lot of fun. Someone left all their gold here. Okay. I need to get out toolbox. That doesn't have any mending on it. I think everything I have that needs mending is all on me. Cool. Cool. Let's turn these guys down. And just before I go on my first break, what I'll do is pop into the map. Now, unfortunately, our hub is blacked out for some reason. I think it's got something to do with Zero's minimap files. I have to redo them. However, I should be able to figure out where the mangrove swamp is. So, Alistair, you know that this is the road north. Like, this goes to... that is the Badlands biome. And then this is Mattcast's frog farm. And this here, right along here, is the tunnel to the mangrove swamp. You can see this line right here. So you go past this straight, and then you hang a left. There's a staircase, and it goes right through here. And then it's on your right. I think that's it right there. That box, I think, is probably where the mangrove swamp is. It's all mangrove leaves. It's all mangrove leaves and a portal. Like, it's really small. It's just like a little 9x9 room. But yeah, go past the Badlands, take a left. It should be all cobble. Like, it should be all like that kind of cobble road that we have everywhere. That should be what's going on. Shears are ready. Can you make netherite shears just out of pure audacity, out of curiosity? Does anybody know? I mean, I wouldn't probably do it, but it would be interesting. It would be bad if they broke, right? Because the durability would still be pretty low. So it would be bad if you broke them by accident. It would be an expensive mistake if you did that. Not that I know of, but they aren't the first to suggest netherite shears. Yeah. Yeah, I think just for consistency. I guess the problem is that it probably is a bad gaming experience because they are so low durability, and if you did break them, then you'd be kind of, upset about that. Anyway, I know it's a little bit before my first hour, but because we're going to be sitting here waiting for this stuff to repair, and I think I'm only on 7 levels, so I might as well take in a couple of things like that. Yeah, armor's good to go, so it's just a matter of a couple more things here. I'm going to take that first break. I step away once an hour for 5 or 6 minutes, folks. I will be back after zapping the coffee and grabbing a drink, and yeah, give me just a few. I don't know why Streamlabs OBS and Streamlabels just decided not to work well together today. It messes up everything. My fonts don't work. Streamlabels aren't working. I'm not terribly worried about the pickaxe and the shovel. Put that away. Guess I can put those there. I should probably redo that AFK zone now that it's got different lighting rules. We should be good. There we go. All the different... We were full on rotten flesh if we ever need to trade with clerics. Cool. Good go. With the Silk Touch hoe, netherite shears are a bit redundant. Yeah, that's a really good point. So maybe what I should invest in is a netherite hoe when I get there. I mean, I don't even have netherite armor, just the boots. I do that on purpose, though. I forgot to look. I don't know what I have for netherite. I think I did some netherite pick and axe and shovel work before they updated netherite and made it harder to do. So when they added the changes to the smithing table, I made a netherite run before 1.20, I think. Yeah, no worries, Alistair. Happy to help out. This is just a long, boring road, nothing to look at, so might as well just scoot our way up here. Whoa. He's been there a while. Something I really like about being endgame on the server is, you know, being able to do that. Like, it's been happening a lot more to me than something that I've been able to do for other players, but it's nice when you've got a farm or, you know, you've got extra blocks or you've been around the world and you've found the new things and somebody's just like, I don't have a lot of time to play. Would you just, can I get those blocks? Or, my gosh, friends, I need a lot of this. Does anybody have a lot of this? Or, it's worked out really well. I think Cosmic was having trouble storing all the deep slate that they were digging up, so I was like, I'll take it. I got lots of use for it. So these are probably more rustic paths than what you might be looking for, Alistair, around Avalon. I guess it depends on how far away you want the paths to go from the main area. Cosmic is like so much deep slate. Yeah. You start digging out things below the world. We're going to have a lot of stone when we dig out your anti-spawn mob farm. Because that's going to be a big project. I should probably go to the left here, shouldn't I? See what this place looks like. See what the marsh looks like with shaders now that we've filled in that bank to the south. That tree was a good idea. That looks good. Yeah, you know, I don't think I really need to do much. I think it just, this area feels kind of empty, but other than that, I think we're pretty good. And this is probably just going to be me spamming some bone meal and cutting out some flowers, right? I might need like one more white flower right there. Yep, I think it's just a matter of throwing some bone meal down here and seeing what we need to do. Try to keep it pretty simple. Step 1, remove all the too tall grass. I'm gonna really remember this trick of oh, what's going on here? There's like nothing happening. It's wild. So I'm just thinning the herd a little bit and maybe popping in the odd, oops, flower. We don't need all those flowers. A little patch would be okay. I need more of these little azure bluets, which I don't have here. Slowly but surely we're moving the shulker box island. I don't have a lot more. Yeah, that's pretty good. I don't mind a little flower patch there. Why are they all big? There we go. Oops. Yeah, I think that makes sense. We may have to come up with something a little bit more specific here than just grass. Square Tiger, welcome in. Hello. And My Soul, or My Sea Soul. Good to see you as well. Thanks for saying hi. Put those away. Actually, these can all go in the flower boxes now that we've got them all here, can't they? I don't know why I would need those, but if we've got a spot for them. We already have a stack. Does not matter. I guess grass. I had a spot. May end up still using those. Okay. I think what I'll do is I'll just do a little bit of work here by the bridge. We may need some of that. I may need some of that grass back. So along the edges of the path, sometimes it's fun to just speckle in some of this stuff here. Plus we can do things like this. Whoops. Kind of helps give the path an edge. I don't tend to do it the whole way, but sometimes it's just nice to put a few things along here. Obviously I'll have to move the shulkers to do that side. I don't think I want any kind of bush here. Any kind of bush here I think is going to be in the way of like looking at the marsh. Yeah, I don't think I want anything like that there. Could do it here though. Soften that up a little bit. Yeah. That works. May even do this one too. I have to see what this looks like on the other side. Yeah. Just a little bit more along here. Just so it doesn't look completely brand new, because we would have landscaped that whole thing a couple streams ago. I do find it weird today. The aiming on the grass feels off somehow. I don't know why. It's the kind of place you almost expect to see some sort of rock or log or something. It's a little bit plain. Definitely easy to go through grass when you're placing it by hand. Oops. Yeah, I think that works. Cool. Yeah, you don't see this from as far away as I wanted. If I had it to do over, I might knock this back by a block, just so that you have a little bit more marsh viewable. I may end up doing that later, depending on what happens with the bridge. But I think that's probably a good spot to transition, because we don't have our inventory currently full of stuff. Yeah, look, I had propagules right here. Alistair, if you need them, come grab some mangrove propagules here. But it's faster and much easier to go to the very, very north of the mangrove swamp and harvest down. Actually, you know, it probably shows up on the map here, right? It should. Somewhere. It would be... Have I been there? Yeah, that's it there. So there's the Badlands. My bone farm, Badlands portal. So when you come out, this is the mangrove swamp here, this whole biome. And I think that's the portal. The portal is in the south. I want to say that's the portal right there. But if you go fly all the way north, you can see very clearly where I was harvesting and removing stuff. So we've been removing from the top here, just because it's the farthest away from all the cool stuff. This area is really neat, so that might be fun to build in, but that's where the portal comes in, and then we've been harvesting from the top there. But it's not far from here. If you can't find the portal, you can always just fly. Cosmic Dancer has turned off follower alerts. Thank you, or I will do that. Yes, hold on, give me a second here. Realizing what's going on. Pause those. Yay for follow bots, aren't they lovely? Cosmic Dancer enabled 3 months follower only mode for this room. Thank you, Cosmic, for being on top of that. Very much appreciated. Sorry for the follow spam, folks. That's why I don't put any stock in Twitch followers, because they don't seem to do a lot to combat this kind of stuff. It is a big area, yeah, Alistair. The swamp is a pretty pretty large spot. Cosmic again, thank you very much for being awesome. Appreciate it. Okay, back to this. I can move these over here. I might need that actually. Don't think I'm gonna need the grass though. So we need to go get some stone because the stone bridge. I guess we'll just bring all of this. I don't think I want to do deep slate, but we might as well figure this whole thing out. And we'll sleep while we're down here. Yeah, I really need to fix that data pack. I want to one day make a build in a mangrove swamp. They're such a beautiful biome. Yeah, they're really cool. And there's definitely enough room in that mangrove swamp that like everyone on the server could go and pick a corner of it and you would not be able to see one another's builds. And it would be kind of neat to have like everybody build in the mangrove swamp and then have little winding paths that would connect them. People could then kind of not worry about what their neighbors looked like, because if you wanted to do like a mushroom theme or if you want to do like a witch theme or something like that. When I see your builds, I would love some foggy weather in the game. It would add so much atmosphere. Yeah, I agree, Miss Barbare. I would like to see that too. I don't like the rain, obviously, in Minecraft because it makes it hard to build. It makes it hard to see what you're doing. So this is all stone and andesite. I quite like that, and that'll be quite easy to do on the little bridge that we have. And then this is just, what's that, block? I mean, we're going to make ours a lot more, it's not nearly an arc, so it'll probably be more like slab, full block, and then probably right into the earth. That's probably what our bridge is going to be. Although I like these little drain holes. That's just like a upside down stair. Yeah. I don't know if we're going to be able to do this kind of railing because the bridge is only so wide, although that's not terrible. So we'll see what's up. Yeah, it's going to block a lot of that, isn't it? I was thinking it would be neat to do stairs. Concrete box. I don't think I need the concrete. I can go back in here. Another box can also go back in here. Chests and professions. We don't need it, but stick that there. And quartz box. That can also go there. Right. So there is a middle here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. So I don't know if this will look bad. It might just block too much of our view. It's not terrible. also do, I can't do stairs, but I could do regular brick stairs or andesite stairs. And have it be like a faux railing. So it doesn't quite go up all the way. And that doesn't really look much of a railing, does it? Well, it's not terrible. That does sort of feel like a separation. Like I don't feel like I'm going to fall off the edge of that, right? Like I feel like I'm going to stay back here. I think I might like that as a unique idea. I don't know what material we're going to make out of it, but I do like that. Here we could go with maybe something like that. Trying to keep the palette from the other. Yeah, I think I like that. We could also try just plain stone. Aldebar, hello, hello. Thank you for the shout out for Aldebar Cosmic. Appreciate it. Bridges have so many interesting designs and options. Midnight or night, yeah, I agree. They're one of my favorite things to build, I think, in the game. We could make this thinner if this is how I do it. Although, no, I think that's really good. I might like that actually. Especially if we change that to like a regular stone slab. It's almost worth it to extend this and then have this go here. And we could potentially have this just be like that, maybe. We could also go with maybe a carved block there instead. Aldebar, thank you very much for the subscription. I do have notifications paused. It looks like that's done for now, so maybe I can unpause those. Oh no, it's gonna just... MindTripMedia used 100 bits. Thank you ever so much. Really appreciate the support. Is it just gonna play them in order? Can I guess I could restart the session. That would stop it, I think, right? No, it's not. Crap. Can I replay this on my own? No. Nope. All right, never mind. Sorry, folks. Morons in the internet ruin people's fun. But again, Aldebar, thank you so much. Appreciate the support as always. Oh, I got sidetracked. Yeah, that's. I don't know if I like that, honestly. Where did that go? Nope. I want that. That might be winning out. And I think I might prefer... I think I might like that design. We could try a stair. A stair might also look good. Although maybe we do go with this. That might be better. Yeah, I think I like that better. And this still has the right color to tie into stone. That's pretty good. Got to remember that this is all going to be replaced. Stone texture player's head. That's right. I forgot about the player's head. That's a good idea too. I don't know if I'd want that on top of anything though. If I did anything there, it would probably be a pressure plate. There's something about stone, the natural texture of stone, I think works so well for the deck of a bridge. I think it's maybe because it reminds me of like modern day concrete. So that, I may have to change the stair texture, but I think I like the stairs. Like, I think it's different. I've not done anything like that before. I like it. And I just have to refresh my memory as to what the proportion was for andesite. I feel like it was about 50-50. Maybe not quite 50-50. Oh, out of stone. Made the bridge a little bit bigger than I wanted it to be. But we'll see how I can mess around here. That. Yeah, I think the stone bricks are going to be better. Oh, not there. I feel like we can maybe do a little bit more here with some gravel and some other blocks as well. Probably just put this in my offhand. Maybe there. And let's stick one there. About right, I guess. And then we just start grabbing cracked stone, bricks, and regular stone bricks. Find this is a nice balance of having it not be too busy. That might end up being bricks, actually. Once we start looking at this from the side, I think a few things are going to change. I may have to make a decision on the guardrail before I start doing too much more. I think we're going to go with stone bricks. Should probably decide what the arch is going to be like. And I don't know what I like better. I think I like that better. Although, it's not exactly a fancy part of town. This might end up looking better. I do like the highlight of the polished stone. And unfortunately, it makes this look a little bit funky. I really wish we could mix and match slabs, because I would totally have a different slab there. All right, we've got some options. I could also try this to help that transition. I think I like that better than just the stair running straight into the side. Although it's not bad, you know, it's not the end of the world. All right, arch. Arch, 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 arch. We can't change those at all because they need to be. They need to be. Yep, got it. Thanks, Cosmic. They need to be stairs, so we can't change them into slabs. So I need to find the middle again. There are no sirens in medieval Minecraft, just for folks that are wondering. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I think that's the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So I'll just put something unique there for a second. I'm not sure where that zombie is. So it's going to be at least probably 5 blocks there. And then here will be a slab that I didn't bring with me. Oh, I filled in a cave down there, didn't I? Or I closed over a cave. I'm going to need those. And probably... Where'd they go? Those. All right. No, it's still going to do the stupid... How do I get Streamlabs to stop going through the list of dumb follows? Like it seems to want to execute the list of bot follows before it gets to anybody new. I could just mute it and have it go. I don't see anything offensive in the bot names. Probably the better way to do it. Yeah, I don't either, Miss Barbare. I really don't understand it either. So this is going to be where the first slab is going to be. Probably 2 of those, and then a full block. I imagine that's all we're going to need. The other option would be to go gradually down by a stair. And maybe we'll start it here. We have guests. We do indeed. Elcorn95, the mighty Elcorn. Thank you ever so much for the raid. Sorry, the notifications are muted because we had a bot follow problem. And I'm just waiting for Kajitan Nintendo. So when you see that or you see the Aldebar sub, then let me know and I'll take it off mute. But welcome in, folks. There's a really good chance if you're following Elcorn that you know who I am. But just in case, my name is Joel Duggan. I stream full-time on Twitch. Well, full-time, part-time, combining with podcast work. So that's what I do. So I'm here quite a lot. And so we're hanging out here in West Hill, which is a 3-year-old medieval town build. We're up here on the East Road working on this bridge, taking inspiration from this bridge down here and just kind of moving it on up. It is a smaller build, to say the least. Oh, and my connection lost. Awesome. This happens a lot now, and I'm really starting to get impatient with it. Not my favorite thing. And yes, there is a TARDIS on the hill. Alistair's TARDIS moves around a fair bit. Oh, definitely. I think definitely the right-hand side. This feels too weird. I think we're going to mirror that side and see where it goes. There's obviously a zombie tracking me underground. I'm not sure if y'all can hear that. All right, let's try another option here. This was 1, 2, so 1, 2, 3 there. I'll try the stair over here. That might look okay. Nope. It still looks better on that side. Ugh. Getting caught up on everything. Aldebar sub just played. Fantastic. Thank you very much. I will unmute notifications and we'll get back to normal. That's a hard call. What do we like, folks? It's slightly different. This has got 2 slabs, a full block, and a full block. And this has got 2 slabs, a stair, and then another slab. And then we'd put a full block behind that bush. I'm thinking this makes more sense. This feels too... This feels like it doesn't have enough of an arch to support the weight of it. I feel like that's probably the better way to go. I need to remove those too. We're not going to be doing that. Prefer the right? Yeah, I think I prefer the right as well, Meadow. It's the yeah, the left side doesn't have enough, whatever the math is on the physics. I can't remember what exactly the ratio is. But this doesn't feel like, this feels like it should support the weight of the bridge, but this feels like it would collapse like at that point, right? So I'll fix it before we all, so we can all have our eyes stop twitching. This is actually is easier to texture anyway because there's more full blocks. There's just a couple of slabs up there. Yep. And we can do other things in here too to make it look a little bit more beefy, right? So like instead of having it be perfectly symmetrical, we can do stuff like this. I think maybe we need to do a slab back here. Whoops. Maybe that made it worse. Maybe we should just go through and keep it all the same on one side. we go. And that goes along like that. Yeah, I think that might be the better way to do it. At least for now. You can always change it later. Stupid elytra. So obviously we'll do some landscaping and stuff under here. Yep. I wouldn't mind going a little bit thinner, but I mean, we'll make it look a little bit more like it's got something anchoring it. So like, I feel like one of the things that we could do, depending on what pattern we chose, we could do something like this, where this is actually a different texture. So it separates the, you know, a little bit, although I think it probably looks better the other way. But down here we would get into things like mossy, probably mossy bricks, even mossy cobble. Well, that's a cool idea too. Totally by mistake. Maybe not that. Maybe this would be a good spot to put, because this, I think, is a stair. Yeah. That could be the drain, or this could be the drain. That could be fun. Oh, other way around. I do find that that feels like it adds a little bit of function, you know, place for the water that would gather on the deck of the bridge to run out. And then it makes sense as to why it's all mossy down here too, because it would be wet, right? Alistair McFly, thank you for the lurk. Much appreciated. There's no pink flowers, so my eyes are twitching, says Cosmic. Nice. Yeah, I think the zombie has got a an item, so I'm actually going to take a quick flight here. I got to eat anyway, and maybe I can get far enough away that he despawns. I like this bridge too. Little wooden accents are cool. This is the other way to have like a low wall but still not mess up your visibility, is to have like a staggered wall. Nope, I'm going to get kicked off the server again. I can't fly. Now we've got zombies spawning on the surface. All right, so let's do the same thing on this side. Even though it's kind of been overdone. I think I'd want to remove some of this. Oh, the zombie's still there too. I think I like the way that this goes. Yeah, so this is fine here. Maybe I'll take this back by a little bit. Yeah, I don't like the way that that looks from the outside. I mean, we'd have to change those. I think the other way looks cleaner. Elkhorn says, sorry, got pulled away by family stuff. Oh, no worries. Was on Infinity Cove finishing up the City of the Dead and toured over to the Haunted House build by Mythical Star and checked out the builds in our Advancement Area theme park. Very cool. Very, very cool. For folks that are wondering, Elkhorn plays on Infinity Cove, my patron server. So you can check that out at patreon.com/JoelDuggan. Or if you're already in the Discord, the Infinity Cove public chat is available to anybody that's a member. So you can kind of scope out Infinity Cove and see what's up. Yeah, it feels a little bit plain. It looks better when you're on it with these cool railings than it does the other way around. In that you can't see the railing. So there's that part that's a little bit messed up. Oops. And I don't know what might be a good way to kind of indicate that there'd be an edge there. Can't really quite think of anything. The only thing might be like a trapdoor or something. I don't think that would look good. Never thought we could have tried hanging signs as a railing. Thank you, Cosmic. Appreciate it. I don't think I want to do this, but just sort of curiosity. Oops. It's not bad. If it was bigger, I think it would work okay. And if it was more wooden, like if you did that and then you had like another one here. Yeah, I mean, it's too fancy for this, for what this is, but that's a cool idea. What I wanted to try was something like this. Let's find the middle. Yes, I know they're different. I'm doing this on purpose. And then there's a stair here. So if we did it, that side is better. At least I think so. Well, maybe. Let's try it the other way around. I just wanted something to indicate an edge from down here. I guess I've messed it up by putting that other block in there. That's okay. It's not my favorite. I don't think I like that it goes up against the drain, but we could change the direction of that. I could put that in that bottom corner, and that would be fine. Let's try that over there. Get rid of this. It's been a while since I've used a trapdoor, Cosmic. You're right. Yeah, see, that works better, right? Sorry, we'll try it the other way on the other side, and then I'll take a short break. I like it from up here. I like that. Like, I think that looks cool. So that's a good thing. That's what I was trying not to do. Oh, don't want to lose that. Yeah, I think I like 3 better than 5. So that's 3. Yeah, I feel like that's too busy. So if we keep it, it'll be a little bit shorter. And then we can keep that drain where I want it too. If I do it that way. Yeah, because that looks better, I think, there. It's okay. I don't know if I'm in love with it, but this has no texture on that side, so it's a little bit harder. I'm also feeling that this feels a little bit too on its own. It doesn't feel like it's part of it, whereas this I feel works a little bit better. And I don't think I like the chisel block. I might actually like the no slab there, you know? That might be the way to go. All right, time to take that short break. Since it's almost dark, might as well. If you are new to the stream, I take a break once an hour. I think a lot of people in my community do as well, so you might already be used to that. So I just step away, reheat the coffee, grab a drink. You should too, maybe even grab a friend. We're always trying to increase the viewers on the channel. And we'll be back in just a few minutes. All right, let's get back out there and see if we can't finish this bridge. Thank you, Cosmic. Are you gonna? Oh, you found some shelter. Sneaky. Thought I saw another skeleton. Oh, there's the bones. He must have died. Yeah, definitely not that. Definitely not this. Don't need those. Yep, I like the polished better. I think I like the simple ones. We could also use a wall there instead of a full block or a slab. Yeah, it needs something. It's too empty there. What about, because we might want to put a light on this, and if we had like an andesite wall there, that might look cool. Maybe a little bit too beefy. Yeah, slab is better. Slab is better. What if we used polished slabs? So I like these better on this side, but maybe those look better on that side. Nope. Yeah, I like the shift here is good. That's fixed. I think that's all the same now. Yeah, I like the little brown accents. That helps. That helps. This does not help, though. Let's do mossy cobble. That's a stair. So let's do cracked up here, maybe. Actually, I could probably do like a mossy stair here, couldn't I? Yeah. No idea if that's overkill. Oh, come on. I know how to play this game, I swear. Oh, I think that looks good. Put a few things away here. I needed some of those and those. Oh, thanks, Miss Barbera. Yeah, I like the way it's coming together as well. And we have no cracked slabs, so we're just kind of stuck with whatever. That's a full block? Yep. Okay, that does that. And then up here, to fix this. Oh, I don't remember which way I did the stair. It faces the back. No, there. Yep, looks good. I guess I can do the last little bit of the landscaping after I do the river. It'll help a little bit. Thought I had cobble on me, but I guess I don't. Okay, that's that part done. Few more blocks up here are needed. Actually, let's make that a cracked brick. Oops. Trying to remember how I patterned the other bridge. So I have a lot more stone brickwork in this one. Okay. Maybe this is the update for cracked stairs and slabs. I don't know. They keep on adding stairs and slabs to other block families, but not giving us cracked slabs ever. I feel like we'll put one here as well. Concrete and terracotta stairs and slabs. Concrete stairs and slabs would make a huge difference. Huge. The shapes that you could make would be really, really cool. I don't think this is going to look good along the side here, but we'll see. It's okay. I don't know if I want to do 2 in a row, but it sort of works. Generally, I'm trying to avoid any kind of patterns that travel that way. I want to keep everything kind of going vertically. Well, I guess north-south. Vertically isn't really a thing, but you know what I mean. As far as the camera plane is concerned. Just need a few more down this end, I think. Maybe like one more here. Or probably here, actually. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. And then we could probably work in some gravel if I brought it out here. I'm probably gonna have to move the bed for all this, but might even be able to get away with like some andesite. Maybe not there. I knew that was going to give me a flint. I was like, why am I not using the shovel? That was dumb. asking for no particular reason, given your artistic experience, if one were to make a huge egg, what would be a good mix of materials to use to make it? I would say probably quartz. The kind of quartz that doesn't have an edge on it, like regular quartz. Not quartz blocks, but smooth quartz. I think it's called smooth quartz. Yeah, because you get stairs and slabs. That or maybe sandstone, smooth sandstone. That's an expensive egg. Well, I guess it depends on how you want to decorate it, right? Is it going to be big enough to have a decoration on it? Is it going to be big enough to have something inside of it that could be either fun and or lethal? That could be very fun. Hypothetically speaking. Joel is tired of having a full inventory. And we're going to grab a couple of these blocks here. Don't know about packed mud. Might be a little bit too light. Okay, not the end of the world. I really like putting rooted dirt next to moss. So maybe we'll just fill this in here. These are probably going to be either moss or bushes. I might as well just start that now. Those are a little bit too much in line. Move this one. This is where I find the map really helps, being able to see, you know, the pixel graphic version of things. Didn't work either. Whoops. Whoops. Actually, that doesn't look too bad. Maybe I should go get some stripped spruce. I had stripped dark oak on me, but stripped spruce would be good too. Feel like the dark oak's gonna be too dark. Oh, thanks, Cosmic. Yeah, I think it looks pretty good too. Yeah, it's nice to see it on the map. This feels very plain because, of course, you can't see all the bushes and things. If you go really ham with bushes, you'll see it in an area. But if you're just using grass, it really doesn't show up on the map at all. Flowers do. They show up as weird colors, but yeah, this does look pretty cool. I think once we have a little bit coming through over here, It will make more sense too. So yeah, I don't think... Yeah, a little bit too dark. I think I've got packed mud over here somewhere. Chizo 2K, thanks very much for the follow. Mazavel, appreciate the follow as well. Is that where it is? No. This one? No. Where are they? I guess I just make it. To remember how to make it. Right. I find lately what I end up doing is I carry shulker boxes around of ingredients rather than of the final block. And so you kind of like make it as you need it. I find it a lot more space efficient. Because a lot of the ingredients are things that you can squish down. And plus sometimes like compared to the full block of you know, mud bricks or packed mud, like I feel like you're going to use packed mud more often than like stairs and slabs and stuff. No, too close. And again, probably going to end up with some moss along here as well. The Big Tomato, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. I think that's pretty good for now. We might be missing a couple of things. Could try something darker. Don't have anything in between. I feel like there's this weird giant step that happens. I think the closest you get might be like soul sand or soul soil or something. Cool. Pretty good to me. Alright, so that's done. I think the deck of the bridge is done. I like the look of all that. We could, if we wanted to have more of that trapdoor vibe. Really, did I use up all my trapdoors? Gasp. That's not good. try this. I don't know. I'm thinking not. Oop, that's the wrong thing. No, I don't think so. Maybe what we'll do is we'll add a light post or something. So we can have some wood kind of like off here. Don't want to put anything over here because that'll just be in the way of the marsh. So probably right where all this stuff is, we'll put like a lamppost. Cool. I unfortunately have to move some of these shulker boxes. That's going to be a pain. Want to keep all of this stuff on me. Keep a little bit of that, I guess. We were not using this. Mangrove wood, maybe? Alright, I need to move at least the bed. And these. And these. It's not going to be a complete fix, but I guess I'll just move these down here. I'm going to have to find a new place to work to set up everything because we're starting to run out of space. Probably a little bit of carpet. Just trying not to copy exactly what I've got on the other side. So then here we can just start going in with the different blocks that we like. And this might be good enough. Something darker. Yeah, that's actually not bad. Probably best along the edge. And I feel like we could probably use some andesite there. And then we pop out another gravel out this way. Trying not to make too much of as like I've got a bit of a zigzag thing going on here. Maybe this needs to go. This doesn't feel too bad. I don't really know how to articulate how I go about this. I'm just kind of looking to balance different textures so they all seem to work. And like I said, trying to avoid that situation where it looks like it's a horizontal line instead of a one that runs parallel with the path. I do find that the concrete powder tends to work good on the edge. You know, I think that's pretty good. I think we managed pretty good there. I might make that a mossy brick. And this should be probably brick. Maybe we'll make that cracked bricks. And then we'll switch this. I did not put the bed back down. I have a shulker beast as a pet. Yeah, that's fair. Accurate. I mean, this whole road needs to be textured, so I'm not going to really get what I'm looking for until that's done, but I think that's probably pretty good. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to worry about the landscaping over here. I think the last thing I want to try and do is just use my shovel here to just carve out the last of the river. Move that over here, didn't I? Keep that on me. Probably need a little bit of this. Everything's all out of order now. Okay. Buckets. So the last time I did something like this was over here at the wheat farm. And it was right here. So we're not going to do a wall like that, but I want this kind of idea. Little things like soul sand to make bubbles and I think it's a pretty straightforward idea. I'm not going to be able to do the decorating, but I want to get at least the path down. And here it was like over 3 down 1 seems to be the good way to do it. And I think this is going to be less of a brook and more like a wider path where it might be filled with things. So I feel like this is going to be too steep here, so I'm going to knock this back to there. Same thing there. And then we'll just see how far this goes. Not quite. You know, that came out pretty well first time. Obviously, we have to do a little bit of fill here. I don't think I was able to figure out that on the other side here. Worked almost too well. It's almost like I've done it before. It'll change a bit, I'm sure, as we start to decorate things. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so here, I think I might want this to happen a bit farther back. And so usually what you just do is cut it off. And it lowers the waterfall, sort of. Sometimes not, sometimes it doesn't work. And then here I might want this to actually go back there. And we can change all this with stones and, you know, make it look a little bit more feasible. But until then, usually coarse dirt is the easiest way to go. Oh, out of coarse dirt. Oh, yeah, that was right. I don't know if I did coarse dirt over here. I think it's just regular dirt. That zombie is still here. So the idea here is that I would still want to use some of that mud stuff coming through here. So we would still have this kind of a thing happening, but just not as often. So we have like little kind of dirt islands or mud islands. So if I grab some of that mangrove stuff, Which one is the orange one, I think? Nope. There we go. So I could still have things like that, or like here. So it's gonna look like a dense kind of marshy place, and then just like over there, if those have bits of grass on them and things. So this is just kind of like a rough idea about what this is going to look like. It's going to take a lot more work. And then especially when we get down to here, I think it'll be fun to have like stuff like that. And then even here we could get into a little bit of that maybe. I don't want to block the path, that's the only thing. That might be better off as a bush. So I don't have a bush on me right now, but we could probably try something like that. And then more of this. I'm trying to think about, like, on a much larger scale, it would be like how a big river tributary would empty into the ocean or something like that. But on a much, much smaller scale, you know, have something like that. And once I sleep here, yeah, this should be good. I think we may have to take some of this down. I think this might be a bit too high. Wants to talk to you about the extended marshlands warranty? Nice. I do find there's a couple of times that stuff has caught me off guard. I watch a lot of dog videos on TikTok, just cute stuff like that, just to relax sometimes. And a dog will snuggle into its owner, and then someone will have like a whisper line of like, "I'd like to talk to you about your extended warranty," and they're pretending like it's the dog talking. So yeah, that is not as noticeable as I want it to be, given how much work it's going to be to get it to look right. I'm going to notice it. But you can see how that starts to look like a marshland that's kind of spilled out a little bit. I don't think I want to put any more of that kind of stuff in there. And some of those might change. Like, they might not all be rooted or muddy mangrove roots. Maybe that one should be a bush, you know, maybe that should be like an azalea block or something, you know, just to kind of get some extensive stuff in there. All of this is probably going to be bushes and like some sort of cascading waterfall thing. I'm trying to think about where I've done waterfalls before. I guess there's one over here. Right? So you can see this doesn't have anything in the middle of it, but you can sort of see what I was going for over here. And by having some overlapping bushes, stuff hanging over, like there's a lot that you can get done. This took a little bit of, you know, messing around, but it worked out okay. That's a good idea too. Good thing it's mine. Where else did I do waterfalls here? Does anybody remember? There's no waterfalls over this way. No. That's very, like, canal sewer-esque. Yeah, I don't think I have any more. I guess the only other one that I want to do is going to be this whole area here is going to be exactly like the marshland that we just made. And so I think it'll be really cool to take that concept I just did over there, but instead of having it be just like a trickle, we could have this whole spot right here. Like this whole thing could just drain right down this way. And then it would look like that, but a lot bigger. Since we're up here, so imagine that, but like all there. It's going to take forever. I think it'll be worth it, but it's going to take an eon to get it done. But thank you, Cosmic. Right on time. I think what we'll do is we'll wrap things up. I believe we'll pass you on to Sliced Lime, who's usually live at this time. I'm going to refresh just in case. Yes, Sliced Lime. We've not rated Sliced Lime. I think they're doing some bingo. That's always a good time. I will be back tomorrow at 1 o'clock Atlantic. We're just going to pick up where we left off here. We will start with the river and then sort of do the banks and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully we'll get that done. I would imagine that would be something we could complete. I don't know if we'll get the whole riverbank done, but we'll certainly get this section finished up. And then the nice thing about that is, like, with the wheat farm done and this little kind of runoff done, then we can finish the section in between quite easily. I think that'll come together quite quickly. So that'll be probably a task for tomorrow. If you enjoyed this, please leave a follow before you take off. If you're not taking off, then enjoy Sliced Lime. I think you'll have a good time over there. You can also follow on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. It's all Joel Duggan, very easy to find. Don't forget to check out the Spawn Chunks podcast and the Citadel Cafe podcast. Citadel Cafe is recording new on Wednesday. That's going to happen live in the Discord at 8 p.m. Atlantic, so check that out. And the Spawn Chunks records every Monday in that Discord, not mine, but a separate Discord that records at 10 a.m. on Monday. So all good here on the Citadel. I think we're having a good time, and I'll see you folks tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye for now. I'd like to tell you about Patreon. You can go to patreon.com/JoelDuggan and help support my work. Cheers. Thanks. Bye.